Hello, good afternoon. This is David Soto talking to you. Today is my weekly trade predictions for the upcoming trading week of September 7th through September 11th, 2020. And what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to look at all the major forex currency pairs on a 30-minute time frame, just so we can see what happened this past week. And then I'll compare that to higher time frames, such as the 4-hour daily and weekly, and I will try to give you my analysis of what I think is going to happen this coming week. Okay, so to start off, I want to say that based on what I said last week, my predictions are pretty much on point. Okay, we saw the euro, the Great British pound, Australian dollar, all those major pairs dropping. Okay, while the US dollar was slowly gaining, so that was pretty much on point. It did not go exactly as I planned, but it was pretty close. All right, now let's look right here at the euro USD, since we're on the chart right here. Okay, and like I said, we see the price had ended lower than where it began. It was not a big drop. Okay, the price had actually gone up some and then shot back down. Now it just flatlines and it's just right in a horizontal fashion. Now the question right here is it going to be going back up, or is it going to keep dropping? We see the price had gone up right here, kind of hit a resistance and starting to drop a little bit. So it actually looks like it's going to be going down. Now, if we look at the 4-hour chart, the 4-hour chart shows to sell. All right. And so this is very interesting to note. We have 1, 2, 3 red arrows and no blue arrow yet. So that's very uncommon. Okay, it's very rare that we have 3 red arrows in a row with no blue arrows in between. So with that said, I feel very, very strongly the next arrow will be in fact a blue arrow. Okay, so it should be dropping. Now let's look at the daily chart. The daily chart shows a strong signal to sell. Okay, and the weekly chart as well. Okay, so with that said, I feel very strongly this will be dropping. Okay, now let's look here back at the 4-hour chart. We have here, we can mark our current support level right here. Okay, and we have another support level here. So what we're looking for essentially is for this to break and then drop down to here. Okay, that's going to take some time, maybe another week or two for that to happen. All right, do not expect it to be a massive drop. It's just not happening. But once this breaks, it's going to keep dropping. And what you can do is put a sell stop pending order below here, slightly below, and a take profit slightly above this support. Okay, so you have boom, pending order open and take profit hit. Okay, perfect. That's going to be a long-term trade. You can also put your charts on a 30-minute time frame and only place trades on the red arrow and then close on the opposite blue arrow. Okay, so right now it's kind of looking kind of strange. I don't know if it's going to shoot up even more, form another red arrow, or what it's going to do, but I would wait until we get a red arrow on the 30-minute chart and then place your trade. And I'm thinking we're going to see this at least Monday and Tuesday. We're going to see this going sideways in a range of market. Probably Wednesday or Thursday we'll see this break. So the latter half of the week we should see this break and drop even more. All right, now let's look at GBP USD. All right, GBP USD, again we see a similar pattern. Okay, the price did end lower than where it began, and we had a little uptrend and then followed by this long downtrend. And we see right here the price had kind of flatlined and then dropped and came back up here. So it looks like it's starting to drop a little bit right here. So the question is it going to continue to drop, or is it going to go up? Okay, we already kind of know the answer, right? If we look at the 4-hour chart, again we see almost the exact same thing. Okay, we have a strong support right here, and we followed by another strong support right here. Okay, so again, that's what we're looking for. You could put a sell stop here and take profit here and keep that as a long-term trade. All right, also again you could put on 30-minute time frame and only place trades on the red arrow. All right, so that is a good strategy. Right now is kind of iffy where the next red arrow is going to be, but just hold tight and wait for the next red arrow and then sell, okay, and close on the opposite blue arrow. Okay, now let's look at Australian dollar versus US dollar. All right, again, we see the price pretty much dropped all week, and we have a like this little dip right here followed by a spike up. Okay, so again, the price right here is kind of riding sideways, so it's almost identical pattern. So again, we look at the 4-hour chart, we see pretty much the same type of pattern. All right, we have a strong support here, and we have another strong support, I would say, here. Okay, and we could put a sell stop here and take profit there and be perfect. Or you could put the chart on a 30-minute time frame and only place trades on the red arrow. Okay, so exact same thing. Now, if the Euro USD, the Pound USD, Australian Dollar USD, if all those are getting ready to drop, okay, that means US dollar's got to be going up. Okay, very simple. If we look here at USD CHF, okay, the next one in line, we definitely see that the price had gained this past week. Okay, the price ended higher than where it began. So we had a gain right here in this area, but then it flatlined. Okay, and it's riding sideways ever since. The big question, obviously, is it going to drop or is it going to go up more? I think it's going to go up more. Okay, but the strange thing is, okay, here the strange thing is, look at the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart shows the sell. Okay, now last week I showed you that we had 1, 2, 3 blue arrows in a row, which is unusual. So I predicted that the next arrow would be a red arrow, and it was. Okay, so I was dead on point. The next arrow should be a blue arrow. I don't know, but the fact that we had 3 blue arrows in a row means that we could have at least 2 red arrows in a row. So we could have, the price could go up more and form another red arrow. Okay, without any blue arrow in between. So keep that in mind. Also, I noticed this is only preliminary. This really, don't take this for a grain of salt, but what I kind of see right now is a uptrend forming, and this is my support line. Okay, now this is not official. Okay, so do not hold me to this, but it is definitely forming an uptrend. Okay, so regardless if this trend line is official or not, I would be looking to buy only this week. Okay, so put your charts on a 30-minute time frame and look for blue arrows only. Okay, if you get a blue arrow, wait a few candles, so make sure it don't repaint, and then you can place your trade and close on the opposite red arrow. Perfect, easy. Okay, do not sell, only buy. All right, now let's look at USDJPY. Again, we saw the price had a slow and steady uptrend with the price, flatlined, and right now it's kind of looking like we're going to see a continuation. But if we look at the 4-hour chart, look at this. We have a red arrow, blue arrow, and it never came back up. Never formed a red arrow here because this resistance was never met. Okay, so anyhow, but what we're looking for here, right here, is for this price to come back up and touch this trend line again. So like I just said, I would look to buy only for USDJPY. Okay, if you look on the daily, you look on the weekly, and I'm losing my voice, but that's okay, you can bear with me. We only see blue arrows. Okay, so that's okay. So yes, we're going to be having a slow and steady uptrend. Okay, more or less going to be riding sideways. Okay, You probably could buy and sell, but to be safe, I would only buy using a 30-minute time frame. Okay, and we see the price right here has shot up and back down. So as of right this moment, you could actually buy and wait for the next red arrow. Okay, and then probably about the middle of the week, we should see another blue arrow form. Okay, so I would just keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame. No need to worry about pending orders. Just keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame and look for buy opportunities only. Okay, moving on to US dollar, Canadian dollar. This one's a little more unique, okay, because US dollar and Canadian dollar are like neck and neck right now. So the price pretty much ended where it began, so we see like a flat range of market, okay, with the USD CAD. That's okay, because we can trade on a 30-minute time frame, and we can trade from arrow to arrow. Now, right now is too late to sell. Okay, if we look here on the higher time frames, the 4-hour shows the buy, daily shows the buy, and weekly shows the sell. All right, but the weekly hit the same level of support that we hit before, so I wouldn't worry so much that there's no blue arrow. It's definitely going to be going up. Okay, so if you want, just to be safe, you can keep your charts on a 30-minute time frame and look to buy only. Okay, you could buy and sell. Okay, I'm not telling you not to, but to be ultra safe, I would look for buy opportunities only. And I think the US dollar is going to be the stronger of the two pairs here. Okay, even though they're kind of neck and neck right now, they're kind of gridlocked, if you will. So anyhow, that concludes my weekly trade predictions. If you have another currency pair, I can't go over all these pairs, but if you have another pair that you want me to look at, contact me on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, just hit me up. There's a link below in the description of this video for my personal Facebook. Please contact me there first. Okay, also there's a link for my private Facebook group, and you can request to join my Facebook group. Post any questions or comments in my Facebook group. This way, myself or other traders, we can all assist you and we can collaborate as a team. Okay, that is my whole purpose to having this Facebook group. Okay, so with that said, I look forward to helping you. Thank you, and have a wonderful week ahead.